If you're trying to build a digital product business and every AI tool list you see feels overwhelming or unrealistic, this video is for you. You don't need more AI tools. You need the right ones. Here's the AI tool stack I'd personally use to build a digital product business. Everything starts with writing, and that's where ChatGPT comes in. Let's say you're creating a Healthy Habits micro ebook. This is a short ebook, maybe 10 or 15 pages, focused on small daily habits that are easy to build and easy to maintain. It's not a deep health guide, and it's not meant to feel intense or technical. It's just practical. First, give ChatGPT prompt like, I'm writing a 10-page Healthy Habits micro ebook. Give me a strong outline I can use. Once you have the structure, use ChatGPT to draft each section. For example, you can start with, now write the first section. Use clear, easy to understand language. Make it motivating and practical. Do this for each section until you have all of the content. Then, go through the draft and edit the writing to make it more human or to add your own personal touches. Once the writing is done, the next step is turning it into something people can actually use, which is where design comes in. For most beginner digital products, the design doesn't have to be special or complicated. You just need to make it readable and easy to use. And that's exactly where Adobe Express works well. Take a fitness planner as an example. This kind of product doesn't need fancy illustrations or complicated layouts. It needs clear sections, space to write, and a layout that doesn't feel cluttered. Someone should be able to open it and immediately understand how to use it. Adobe Express is useful here because it lets you focus on layout rather than design skills. You can build pages using simple text blocks, headings, and spacing without worrying about fonts, branding systems, or advanced tools. Once the planner pages are laid out, you can export the file as a PDF. And at that point, the product itself is finished and usable. Don't overthink about making it perfect. It just needs to work. After the product is made, the next step is helping people understand what they're buying, which is where mockups come in. Mockups are part of your product listing and are about showing the product clearly so someone can quickly grasp what it is without having to read a long explanation. Placeit is useful here because it removes the need to stage photos or learn design software just to show a product. Let's say you created a digital detox workbook that helps someone reduce screen time and distractions. Once the workbook is designed, Placeit can be used to show that workbook on a tablet, laptop, or desk in a way that feels realistic and clean. These images help people visualize how the product fits into their lives, which encourages them to buy. The key with mockups is restraint. 1 or 2 clear images are usually enough. Some products don't rely on visuals at all, but instead focus on audio, and that's another area where this tool stack still applies. Let's say you want to create and sell a night affirmation pack. The process starts again with ChatGPT. You can ask ChatGPT, write a list of 50 affirmations for people to read at night before sleeping. Once the text is ready, use ElevenLabs to turn those affirmations into audio. Choose a voice that sounds calm and natural, and make sure the pacing feels slow enough to listen to comfortably before sleep. The audio files can then be packaged together as a digital product. You could use Adobe Express again here to create simple cover art for the audio pack, just so the product feels complete and recognizable. Placeit can also be used to create mock-ups that show the audio product visually, even though the main value is in listening. Not all digital products are static files, though. Some work better as systems, and that's where Notion comes in. Notion is especially useful for templates and dashboards that people want to customize and reuse over time. A good example of this is a freelancer dashboard template. This kind of product might include sections for tracking projects, deadlines, income, and weekly planning, all in one place. The best way to create a Notion template is to build it for yourself first. Set it up in a way that actually works, then simplify it so someone else can understand it without explanation. Rename sections clearly, and remove anything that's too personal or specific. Once the dashboard feels clean, it can be duplicated and shared as a template. ChatGPT can then be used to help write short instructions explaining how the template works and how to customize it, which can be included on the product page or inside a PDF guide. Notion templates sell well because they save people the effort of setting things up from scratch. Finally, all of these products need somewhere to live and be sold, and that's where LemonSqueezy comes in. LemonSqueezy works well as a selling platform because it handles payments, file delivery, and access automatically. For something like a meal prep template bundle, the process is straightforward. Upload the PDFs, write a clear description explaining what's included, and add the mockups created in Placeit so buyers can see what they're getting. Once the product is published, LemonSqueezy takes care of delivery every time someone buys, without any extra work. It also leaves room to add things later, like bundles, discounts, or upsells if the business grows. Here's the whole tool stack. ChatGPT for writing and structure, Adobe Express for layout and formatting, Placeit for mockups, Notion for systems and templates, ElevenLabs for audio, LemonSqueezy for selling and delivery. You don't need to learn all of these at once, and you don't need to use all of them for every product. A simple ebook might only only need ChatGPT, Adobe Express, and LemonSqueezy. A Notion template might only need Notion and LemonSqueezy. The point isn't to build the perfect setup from day one. It's to build something that works, learn as you go, and adjust later. This is the AI tool stack I'd actually use to build a digital product business because it's practical, flexible, and doesn't require technical skills or endless tweaking. Which of these tools do you already use? Or are you thinking of trying next? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe while you're there.